Hi, my alias is Lulu Sky. I want to share the following dream I had in 2008. This is what started Olive Tree Ministry. I'm not a pastor or gone to seminary school. I have, however, read the New Testament almost 11 times, from the book of Matthew to the book of Revelation entirely, and 1.5 times the Old Testament in its entirety, in the last 18 years when I recommitted my life to the Lord. I've been following the Lord, however, since I got saved in 1987. This is my dream.
And in the dream, Jesus appeared at the footboard of my bed, and he was looking down at me. He was standing. He was radiant, but the most radiant part of his body was his face. So I didn't see his face, his features, but I could tell it was Jesus. He was in the white tunic, and I could feel the holy presence, his holy presence. I was in his holy presence. It was just very invigorating. I started to sob in my dream, and it wasn't because I was sad. It wasn't because I was scared. I started to sob because I was so in love with him. I communicated this to him without words. I remember kind of like moaning. I couldn't put any words together to tell him that I loved him. But I did communicate with him spiritually, and I was able to tell him that. And in turn, he was able to tell me also that he loved me without words again. And then all of a sudden, there was like this current, if you will, about maybe a foot in diameter, that projected our voltage that projected out of his chest, and it went into my chest where I was laying in bed. And then all of a sudden, I felt this immense, beautiful feeling of my heart. It was so beautiful. Jesus was pouring his love into me. And it felt like seconds, but at one point, I screamed. And I screamed not because I was scared. I screamed because I felt like I was gonna lose my life. And I woke up and I touched my face, and it was moist, so I had been crying in my dream. And I I looked over to my side, and my husband was laying in bed just as I had envisioned him in the dream. He was laying on his side. And I think that my body, why I screamed was because Jesus was pouring his love into me, but my feeble body wasn't able to receive all his love, because um, it is a human body. It's imperfect. Um, I don't know. I don't know why that happened to me, but I can tell you that things changed for me from there on. I started to have a lot of revealing dreams. Um, some were prophetic about my life. Some were prophetic about the world. Um, some were about specific things in people's life.
Hope you are blessed by the sharing of this content. Please stay tuned for more content that the Lord has given me over the last 18 plus years for this ministry. It's regarding prophetic dreams, miracles, and prophecy. I want to apologize for the videos. The AI app I'm using to create these animated videos doesn't always generate what I'm actually explaining. If you haven't given your life to Jesus, I invite you to say yes to life and to eternity. And God bless you.